Hi everyone, I'm Phillip with Measuring Minds. Some of you may have spoken with me on the phone before. And one of the questions I often get is, who are you? What are your credentials? Are you just a secretary? Are you a psychologist? Are you a therapist? I'm none of those things and all of those things. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about where I came from. So I can relate to many, particularly a lot of the adolescent young boys, in a very unique way due to the fact that I came from a similar background. I grew up in the country, working on farms, working with animals, working in fields. I went to a rural school where in my high school class there was about 17 people. I was very athletic, played a lot of sports, very competitive. When I got to about the age of 16, I really struggled. My parents split up, which is very common. Of course, this was in the mid-90s. It was a little bit different situation back then, but I took it pretty hard, and academically I suffered. And it was not due to a lack of intelligence, it was due to a lack of motivation and effort. I did drop out of school at a very young age. However, the competitive nature that I had and the drive that I had took a different form. I started working in various sales jobs and became a lifetime retail guy. I worked in retail for the better part of 25 years, actually up until joining Measuring Minds here a year or so ago. I've done everything from running small crews of 4 or 5 people to working for major corporations and running 30 offices with over 100 employees. I've been a corporate trainer where I trained all over the world. So I've been a teacher, I've been a coach, I've been a mentor, and everything that I learned up to that point in my life was through experience and not education. However, after having my own children, I decided that I didn't want my kids to have that excuse of I'm not going to go to college. So in my mid-30s, I did go back to college, and I always had a desire to teach. That's something I always wanted to do. I was always interested in education. So I went back to school with the intention of being an agriculture teacher, which in Texas is a really big thing. In Florida, not so much. My career, shortly after graduating college in 2017, my career brought us to Florida with a major corporation here. Did that for a few years, worked with another company for a few years, and then Sally just, opened her business here, and I kind of helped her on the side a little bit, but not too much. And then she said, why don't you come work for me? And of course, for me, that's crazy, right? Like, I don't know how many of you folks have been working since you graduated college or 18, but for working 25, 30 years and getting a consistent paycheck to going on your own can be one of the most anxious things you've ever done in your life, other than moving across country. That was much worse. Never do that. Regardless, took the opportunity. I did actually, ironically, when we moved to, right before we moved to Florida, I made the decision to change my major. So I do have a degree in psychology. It's not a master's, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a practitioner. Having said that, I can't count the number of hours that I've spent providing therapy and counseling services to employees and coworkers over the years, ranging in age from 16 when I worked with some companies on up to, senior adults. So I've done a little bit of all of that. I'm quite comfortable with that. However, that's not what we're here to talk about today. At Measuring Minds, we do provide premier psychological evaluations for your kid, not just in Palm Beach County. We have seen people from South America, the Caribbean, believe it or not, even Europe. We are an international company based out of Palm Beach County, and I'm very proud to be a part of that. Thank you so much, and have a great day.